What's going on? Quintessential Casino. Thanks for coming inside. Second volume, April 2022. We should do these more than every 2 or 3 months, so we will. As a matter of fact, why shouldn't we, considering the fact that we have these tickets here? $5, $10, $30. We have these tickets here from the great state of Connecticut, but the geography is not so much important as the chronology. I have been sitting on these tickets, these $45 worth of scratch-off tickets, for 4 months. Since December, when I was in Connecticut, Southington, Connecticut, Micro Wrestling All-Stars. And me and my boy E-Rock, we went to JD's, I think is the name of the place, and they do a great meal. They are open late, and they sell scratch-offs, and that's why these are here. For those of you who watch these videos regularly, dare I say religiously, you know that I will bring out my my Lincoln Cent folders. Do you see those? Are those in frame? Good. Then everything for the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds has been in frame. Wonderful. So you'll see Lincoln Cent, and we've been using these, and for the last like 5 videos, we've lost everything. Like I can't. It's been definitely more than a year since on one of these we've won anything. So we've got this Lincoln Cent, Lincoln Head Cent, cents, Lincoln Head cents, Lincoln cents. We've got all these pennies, and they're like from 1909 until the 70s, and I ask people pick a random year, and I'll use one of those pennies. But like I said, it's been a good year or more, a good 4 or 5 videos since anything is really connected with those. So that's, as you can see, those are gone. Those are, I've pushed those to the side, and we're not going to worry so much of that because since the last time I was with you all, I have come into my childhood Jefferson Nickel collection. So we will be using 5 times as nice a Jefferson Nickel to scratch all of these scratch-off tickets. So I need, how many people are watching? That looked like 0. And that sounded like you laughing.
CK was watching, but I think he dropped off.
And then he was like, this again? How many people are watching now? When we're doing one of these in 2 or 3 years, and we have 1 or 2 people watching by this point in the video instead of 0, we're going to look back and laugh. But until then, I ask Squeeze, my videographer, my director, my creative genius, my DP. I ask her, from 1938 to 1961, what year, Jefferson Nickel, should we scratch these tickets with?
1950.
No can do. Give me a different year. I don't have any from 1950.
1954.
54 or 54D?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Then we will go with the rarer one, which ironically, weirdly enough, if you collect coins, the regular 1954, it seems, from Pennsylvania, that year was actually more rare than the 54D. So there were only less than 48 million of these made in the first place in 1954, and I happen to have one of them now. The odds that you will find one of these from 1954 in your spare change today is very, very, I don't know. If you're luckier than we are at these tickets, there's a fair to middle and okay chance that you will find a nickel from the 1950s in your change, but you won't be so obsessively compulsed to keep it as I've been for the last 35 years. 35 years ago, it wasn't super rare at all. What? What do you mean speed it up? We start with our $5 game, Super Cash Word 22. Super Cash Word 22 is brought to you by the Connecticut Lottery. Win up to $50,000 jackpot. All 10 words would be $50,000 for paying just $5. If you've ever played Cash Word, then that's what this is. 2 rounds of it. If you've never played Cash Word, we are going to scratch 18 letters on the bottom of the ticket that are underneath those dollar signs. We are going to scratch 18 letters out of the American Standard English alphabet of 26 letters. So we're going to scratch 18 of them, and whatever we see, we scratch, and we uncover words from the letters. If we can get 3 words or more in either frame, we will get the prize that governs itself accordingly for that. Let's start scratching letters. I like to do it somewhat randomly. So instead of scratching the first one first, let's scratch the second one first. And that means we come in with a K. Is anybody watching that? Not at all. It's tough. Being up against the NBA playoffs and Sunday afternoon baseball, tough. I once promoted a wrestling show on a Sunday afternoon. That didn't go so well. But that's not why you're here. The punchline is, I once promoted another wrestling show on Sunday afternoon during the NFL football season. That was a fun one. I considered running an angle where the promoter, me, was taken out on a stretcher at the end of the show. Crowd could have been better, fuller, hotter, bigger, nicer, and with more disposable income. What is this? A K? There's a K in clockwise. There is a K in clockwise. There's a K in keen. There's a K in ski. Ooh, we love to see those 3-letter words. There's a K in unlikely. Don't rub it in. Scratch it off. And there is a K nowhere else. So, 1 in the top, 3 in the bottom, just like the lady said. And those are your 4 Ks. We go with another letter. Let's scratch off the 8th one over, which would be an I. An I, because this
That's
ticket...
a good letter.
It's good luck.
It's a good letter.
It's a good letter?
Mm-hmm. I
don't know.
It's a vowel.
If you look at the last 5 videos that we've done, which is like 10 tickets or more, it's like... KI would be for like, kill me now. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I's a good letter. Up top, we've got an I in licorice, and we've got another I in licorice that is also in the word pirate. We have an I in exit, which is also in flamingo. We have an I in clockwise to go with the K in clockwise. Maybe squeezes onto something. Maybe I is a decent letter. Maybe all vowels are decent letters, better than your Z, your X, or unfortunately, because quintessential starts with it, your Q. Your Z, your X, and your Q usually don't go anywhere. I, Captain. We have 5 I's on the top. Now we look to the bottom frame. There is an I in ski. You'll remember we had the word ski on that card because there was a K. Now there's also an I. So just like Squeeze said, again, if we get the letter S, S for squeeze, we will have the word ski, and that will be the first one we need on the bottom frame. There is an I in unlikely again, and there's an I also in the word interest, which makes a perpendicular. It intersects with unlikely. There's an I in the word right. There's an I in the word rib, just like all of these tickets have been a big rib for the last year and a half. There's an I in tribe. Thank you, fam. There is an I in his. If we get the S for ski, his will start looking nice. And there is an I in wish. As in, even though we didn't do this video at 11:11, we do have a wish that this connects for charity. And now after 2 of the 18 letters, this is what it looks like. We're going to do this really fast because we've still got the $10 game and the $30 game after this. And we want to keep this to about 30 minutes or so rather than the 50 to 59 minutes that some of these videos have run in the past, which is the reason I'm sure why some people have chosen to watch NBA play. 3 people are watching now. May God bless mercy on their souls, and thank you very much for stopping by. We're gonna, in case you're just tuning in, we're using a 1954 Jefferson Nickel that was picked by Squeeze because the 3 of you weren't watching yet. And we've uncovered a K and an I on our cash word, not just cash word, super cash word 22, $5 ticket. We bought all these in December. We sat on them for 4 months. We're scratching them now. That's the update. Next letter. Remember I joked that KI was the beginning of Kill Me Now? So then next we would need an L. And that's exactly what we've scratched after the kill. But you know what? Maybe it means that this ticket is going to kill us with kindness. When you do that, it's just
11 and a half minutes.
Emotional damage when you do this thing. All
Someone
right, so
said, let's get some money, sending positive vibes.
All right. We need all the positive vibes you can send because this is for charity. There are 2 L's in all. There's an L in clockwise. There's an L in licorice. Those are great signs. There's an L in flamingo. That's not bad either. There's an L in table. Charity, get the tables. Charity, get the money. There's an L in galaxy. And that's all of the L's. In the bottom frame, there is there are 2 L's in unlikely. Unlikely is one of the likelier words on this thing so far. As we open up these letters, as you can see, by random. We don't do them in the order that they are printed on the ticket. An L in needle. An L in also. And an L in lesson. We will QC this at the end after the fact, but for now, I believe we have uncovered on the top and the bottom all of the K's, the I's, and the L's. Is this in frame, by the way, when I do this? Yep. All right, great. 4th letter. We really do need to pick up the speed on this. 4th letter is a C. C is in clockwise. So far, every letter that we have opened up is in the word clockwise. And quite often, when you have a 9-letter word, it's not going to be one that you complete. We have 5 people watching. Wow, tell a friend. Like the 3 people did to get you up to 5. And like the 0 people did to get you up to 3. Letter C shows up twice in the word clockwise. It shows up twice in the word licorice. Remember when I said 9-letter words are tough to complete? What if I told you 8-letter word licorice has 5 letters uncovered already, and we have only scratched off 4 letters. After licorice and clockwise, the next C appears in the word exact, and then another one appears in the word cyan. Cyan, of course, being the technical and scientific and creative term for blue. In the bottom frame, there's a C in cone. There's a C in echo. Can't spell shield without echo, right? Okay, she's like, no, you can't. They can't see you, but no, you're right. You can't spell shield without echo. I don't know. I like the top better than the bottom. I don't know what I like. Could be worse for 4 letters, right? Could be looking worse. Yeah. All right. Some of these games are going to go quicker. Tolerate us.
Not likely.
Us. Humble us.
Not likely.
Deal with it.
Hurry up.
No, but like this one, the one we play next, the $10 game, Pinball Wizard, there's like 10 different spots on this thing to scratch, period. So this is going to be like a 2-minute deal. So don't worry. This is not going to be an hour video unless I let it be.
Someone said, when is season 2 of Quintessential Cuisine?
Oh, wow. Yeah? Who said it? Because that show's only got like 3 fans in the world,
Trigonosis
so-
81.
Trigonosis 81. I kid. Some of those videos have over 100 views. Season 2 of Quintessential Cuisine. We have let our Blue Apron subscription to those Weight Watchers meals, that's what we were using. We've let that lapse temporarily. So we haven't done a Quintessential Cuisine in a while, but you know what? We'll bring it back. Yeah, for sure. Especially now that we know that people love it. We knew that all along, but you know, that was just us being not humble. Next letter is a U. And Squeeze says that vowels are good. So we have a little more vowel movement here with the letter U. U as in umbrella, underwear, and upside down. And on the top of this ticket, U as in output. As a matter of fact, you get great output from the letter U in the word output because it appears twice. So does the letter T. Let's hope that that is one of the 18 of the 26 letters that we have on our ticket. T is always a good one. U is in the word gut. Intestinal fortitude is guts. Otherwise, in wrestling, you would know gut from a gut wrench suplex. Suplex also has the letter U. What else? Nothing on the top. So we move to the bottom, and on the bottom is where we have the word unlikely, and likely story to be unlikely. However, we have the U, we have the K, we have the I, we have the L. So if we get the N, the E, and the Y, and you can't spell the back half of money without N, E, and Y. If we get the N, the E, and the Y, the word unlikely is completely naked, which is what we love on this show. Is that the only U? Is that the last U? Is that it? I'm starting to almost like the top frame better than the bottom. Gosh, we've only scratched off 5 letters. We have 13 more to go. Had to see her face. She's like, obviously, she said without saying it. It's all right. I don't know. I'll live with her. She cooks half the time. Ish. The letter G is in long. It is in flamingo. It is in gut, which means if we do get that T that I was angling for, we will have the entire word gut. And that's all the G on top. G on the bottom, which is what I have been called by some ladies at the ECW Philly Travelodge, but not frequently. G is in negotiate. G is in energy and right. G flowers. Next letter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right near the I and the G, knowing that the word right is on the ticket. I love to see this big rig, baby. I love to see this R, baby. Those Wheel of Fortune letters, baby, right? In the bonus round for Wheel of Fortune, promise me that the first letter they don't ask for is an R, right? They go like RSTLNE, right?
Roof and pirate.
Roof and pirate and licorice. We're now an O and an E away from licorice. There's the R in pirate. There's an R in weather. There's an R in rate. There's an R in going to the bottom half of the ticket. There's an R in interest. There's an R in right. There's an R in ore, as in metal ore, O-R-E. There's an R in rib, which means we're a B away from rib. There's an R in thermal. There's an R in brawn. There's an R in tribe, which means we're a T, a B, and an E away from tribe. And I think that's it. Oh, if we get an E, the price is going to be right on this ticket because we have an R, an I, and a C, and we just uncovered Mr. Popular, the P. So let's see how many. I know there's a P in pirate, right? So now if we get If we get an A, a T, and an E, we'll not only have the word rate, but we'll also have pirate, which you can't spell without rate. As far as other P's on the top half, output was one of our words. So we're now an O and a T away from completing output. That's it for the top half. For the bottom half, you know, P is the kind of letter that I think it depends on the words that you have in your puzzles, whether you will do well or not with a P. In this case, man, on the bottom, not so many, if any, at all. Maybe one, unless there's none. And I don't see any. 8 down, 10 to go, almost halfway through this ticket, and this is what the top and the bottom frame look like so far, as we try to turn $5 into $50,000 for charity. In the past, we have given exclusively to St. Jude. We will definitely cut them in if we have a nice winning today. And there are other charities and other people also that could use some help. So we'll get to that when we get to it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But hopefully we do turn this into 3 figures, 4 figures, or 5 figures from our $5 investment. We move on. And the next letter is an F. There's an F in roof. There is an F in flamingo. There is an F in nothing else in the top half of the card. In the bottom half of the card, there is an F in nothing. Bottom half of the card. Moving on with our vowels, after already achieving an I and a U, we have an A, which is great because there's an A in all. And could you imagine that of all the words on this ticket, because we've uncovered already in our random scratchings the letter A and the letter L, we have completed the word all and now have one word on the top half. Once we get to 3 words, we either have our money back or we are in the money. Other A's on the top half include pirate and flamingo, table and weather, rate, aha, and galaxy. And if we catch the letter H, we will have aha, and that'll be our second word on top. Other A's on top are in van, in cyan, like I'm the one driving the cyan van, said nobody ever, and an A in galaxy and exact. Looking good. On the bottom with A's, there's an A in negotiate, there's an A in also. Man, this bottom half is tricky, man. Good letters are not turning into many words on this bottom half. There's an A in brawn. Like, if you would have told me the letter A would only show up twice on the bottom. Oh, and thermal. This is how we do it on Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon. We scratch these 18 letters. We've scratched 10 of them already. We have 8 left to go. And this is what our ticket is looking like so far. Hopefully we've got a winner. Randomly, let's choose this spot, which will give us the letter W. Up top, there's a W in clockwise and a W in weather. On the bottom, which has not been so kind to us with every letter that we've uncovered today, there is a W in brawn and wish. But I think one on the top and one on the bottom is all we're going to get out of that W. The letter Y comes up next. Well, it's going to be in cyan and galaxy, but let's see if it's in anything else. The letter Y on top is in cyan and galaxy. Not only is it in those words, but I'll have you know that we are an N away from the word cyan. And even though I was poo-pooing the X, the Z, and the Q earlier on, we are an X away from the word galaxy. So strategically, I don't know for sure that I want to say that we want the X, but maybe, maybe not. I don't know whether a bookie would say over under on the X here. Call or put on the X. On the bottom, there's not going to be an X. I mean, the A only showed up twice. Yeah, there's no X on the bottom. So we have 6 letters left to uncover. We've uncovered 2/3 of our letters. 12 down. 6 to go. And with 2/3 of our letters scratched, this is what our frames look like. Which means on the bottom, I hate to be Debbie Downer about it, but on the bottom, I don't think we're going to get to 3 words. On the top, we've got a shot. So let's see what happens. Emma. Emma. As in money. Let's see if there's any to be had on this ticket. There's an Emma in Flamingo.
Don't be a Debbie Down Dudley.
Yes, I am not Debbie Down Dudley. I am not. I won't. I'm not. I'm double down Dudley. When we do this, I am double down Dudley. Never Debbie Down Dudley. Thank you for that. M in Flamingo. Ooh, and that, believe it or not, 1M is all we get on top. On the bottom, man, this bottom ticket is like, I don't know how they made so many words from the English language with like none of these letters. On the bottom, M only appears once. In the words thermal, which is cross-sectioned or T-boned with moth. And that's it. And we have 5 letters left. This one's going to be a tough one. I'm going to scratch the last letter now. It's a D. As in double down Dudley. And up top, there is only a D in the word need. N-E-E-D. On the bottom, there is a D in nod and needle. And that's that. Second to last letter is an H. I think that's going to give us aha, which is also going to give us a second word. So yeah, the top is looking a lot better than the bottom. We've got an H with 3 more letters after that to go. And there is an H in weather and hint. There is an H in aha, making that our second 3-letter word. And those are the H's for the top. For the bottom, there is an H in thermal. Believe it or not, we are a T and an E away from thermal. There's an H in right. Believe it or not, we are just the T away from right. There is an H in moth and his. Could you imagine H is showing up 4 times in the bottom? Some letters better than others in certain places. And an H here in echo and wish. We are also just 1 letter S away from wish. 3 letters, unfortunately, only are left. And one of those is between the C and the F in the bottom row.
T.
It is a T. Another Wheel of Fortune letter, baby. R-S-T-L-N-E. Well, we have, from that selection, we have the R, the T, and the L. This should be one of our top handful of letters here, the T. I know I've seen it a few times. As a matter of fact, it's 3 times in this one row on the top half because there's a T in table. There's a T in pirate. There's a T in exit. Beyond that, there's also a T in weather. There's a T in gut and output. And we are going to do the quality control, but I will have you know that so far, since I bought these tickets in December, so far, we have lost no money. Because this $5 ticket is getting at least $5 back on it. For the first time in one of these videos in quite a while, we have a winning ticket because on the top, we have all, aha, and gut. So right now, this is a $5 minimum ticket and cannot go any lower than that. And we still have a couple letters left and we haven't even scratched off all the T's. If you want to meet and match our donations today, we will also cross that bridge, even in part. We will also cross that bridge when we get to it at the end of the video. Gut, net, and rate. Boy, an E in one of these last two letters would be really sweet. A T in hint and event. A T in output and exact. And with 2 letters left, that top half, with 3 words already, is looking good for maybe 4 and possibly 5 words. How much do those pay? We'll get to it after we scratch the bottom half.
We're at 31 minutes.
Oh no, this next one's going to be super quick. Hang with us, folks. If you've got another 15 or 20 minutes, hang in there with us, maybe even 10 or 15 minutes, because this next game we play, the $10 one, that's the crack cocaine and scratch offs. That's going to go really quickly. There are less than 10 buttons to scratch off. I've heard that, by the way, about crack cocaine. That's not, I don't know. What letter? T still? Negotiate. Negotiate. Interest. Interest. Thermal. Tribe. Moth. And the word right. We have our first word on the bottom. Unfortunately, only 2 letters left. Is it possible we can get to 3 words on the bottom? It's possible, but I'm still really eyeing that top half of this ticket. I think is the winner. Well, I know it's the break even, I think, and I hope it's the winner. And that, I think, is it for the T's. And with 2 letters left out of the 18 to scratch, this is how we are looking so far. If you're just joining us, you'll see that, yes, we do already have a requisite 3 words scratched, all, aha, and gut, on the top half of the ticket. Of the last 2 remaining letters, the first letter on the card, if we were to have scratched these in order, would be a B. There is a B in table, but we still need that E, and that's it. On the bottom half, there is a B in brawn, but we still need the N. There is a B in rib, and that gives us the word, the whole word. There is a B in tribe, but we still need the E. And that's it. And now, with 1 letter left to scratch on the ticket, we have 3 words for $5 on top and 2 words, right rib, on the bottom. We scratch the final letter, lucky number 13, in its placement, but number 1 in our hearts. And it is a V, hopefully for victory, hopefully not just for the Roman numeral 5 and $5, but the way some of these last few videos and tickets have gone, if $5 is all we get from this ticket, as long as there's some money on here, I will take it. V on the top is good for event and van, and nothing else. And we're going to QC it, but I think the top is only good for those 3 words and that $5. On the bottom for V, there's a V in even, as in you're going to get $5 back and break even. So even was meaningful, not V for victory. V is also a letter you will find in many words that are not printed on this ticket. So, again, we're going to QC this and make sure, but it looks like we got 3 words on the top frame. We got 2 words on the bottom frame, which means on the top frame, we're good for $5, getting our $5 back. that $5 will be contributed somehow by us to charity or to a person who deserves it. We still have these other 2 tickets to sum up with it, and we will figure it all out. And you guys can join us in that as well, so that we make these tickets and all this fun mean something rather than be a whole bunch of random minutia and nonsense. The $10 game, which is going to go a lot quicker, even the $30 one will, but the $10 one's going to go super quick. We probably only have about 10 minutes left with each other, 10, 12 minutes, is Pinball Wizard 25. The 25th edition, 25th iteration from the Connecticut Lottery of their Pinball Wizard game. And they have T, 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 right? They got those. And they got a couple that say doubler. And they got one down bottom center that says jackpot. A couple of flippers that you don't scratch. What you do scratch, right over here, you scratch your balls. Your ball numbers. It says, scratch your ball numbers. You scratch those, and then I think it'll tell, it's match them to any of the 12 target numbers, those are the T's, and win the prize shown below it. Match it to the jackpot number, win all 12 prizes. And if you match it to a doubler number, you double your total winnings. All right. Your ball numbers are... I think I scratched the code. No, just your ball numbers. It doesn't have a code, it just says your ball numbers. I am literally scratching my balls on YouTube. Which is not unlike what I was doing before we went live on YouTube, but nobody... 6, which is a lucky number in my family. 20, which is a lucky number in my family. That means that you want to rip it up now? That's it. Never, not to wait. We're not being Debbie Downer Dudley. We're being Double Down Dudley. And after we determined that we were going to be Double Down Dudley, that ticket came back for $5, right? So, please. Decorum.
Stop hitting the table like an animal.
Listen, you knew I was an animal when you married me, I said. Are there really only 5 of these? 6, 20, 21, 40, and 12. 6, 20, 21, 40, and 12. Target numbers are 36. Yeah, this is going to go real quick. 13. 28. 19, 39. I like Cashword better. And 7. So the 6 target buttons, those don't match any of our 5 numbers. And these are also these in the middle work too. There are 6 other targets. Look right there in the middle. Scratch those real quick. 31, 18, 23, 38, 14, 30. This game's not as much fun, is it? Not, right? There are 2 doublers and a jackpot. The doubler is 1. The doubler on the right is 10. And the jackpot now needs to be either 6, 20, 21, 40, or 12. And it is 24, which was a good number for Kiefer Sutherland, yeah? The Jack Bauer Power Hour, 24, yeah? Not so much for us. The final game today is our $30 extravaganza.
Do you have a list of states that you have yet to do scratch-offs for? No, this is actually all the scratch-offs we have right now.
No. so far, is there a list that we haven't yet?
No, a list that we have, like backlog. We don't have any on the
Hopefully this
spreadsheet.
answers your question. But if you're on our channel and scroll and you look, most of them will be like in a library together, like in a family. The Quintessential Casino ones or the U Scratch ones. If you look for all of our lottery ones, off the top of my head, we have done Connecticut and a couple of other New England states, Massachusetts, maybe one other like New Hampshire or Rhode Island. We have done Pennsylvania. We have done Maryland. In the Midwest,
California.
we've done California, and in the Midwest we've done Illinois and Indiana.
But we don't have any currently, is what I'm
May
saying.
have done Florida once, but we don't have any currently. We usually keep a backlog of about 3 states or so. We've been sitting on these since December, but once we scratch this one, we've got to procure some new ones. If why you're asking is because you live in a state other than New York, if you live in an exotic state, especially one that we haven't yet done, feel free to get in touch with us, send it along. We'd be more than happy to play games from your neck of the woods. 30x cash is the $30 ticket with more than 100 $30,000 top prizes. In the same row across, if your number matches the winning number, you win the prize for the row. If you reveal a multiplier, 2x through 10x, 15x, 20x, 25x, 30x, instantly win the prize for that row times the multiplier. Then there is a bonus where if you reveal a star symbol, you win $100 instantly. You know what? Dessert first. Life is uncertain. We're gonna do bonus. The bonus symbol is not a star for $100. It is a heart. So the bonus is out of the way. We're not going to win that $100. You know, another reason I did that? Onward and upward. Our state motto here in New York, Excelsior. Right? Just like Marvel and Stanley. Onward and upward. So, $100, that's fine. We know we have $5. Let's get from this $30 ticket at least $500. I'm not greedy. But since proceeds go to charity, $500 or more would be nice. So no bonus, but we can win multiple times on this ticket. There are multipliers. Let's see what we can do. In row number, let's scratch these out of order. In row number 9. Our number is 13. The winning number is 55. In row number 12. Our number is 36. The winning number is 22. We have just won. Right? In the same row across. Oh, matches. Because I've seen states do greater than, right? This is matches. Oh, this is going to be super difficult. That's why they give you 20 rows. So that you can actually win in 1 or 2 rows, right? Right?
Sure.
Right?
Yep. Come on. It's 43 minutes.
Has to match. One of these numbers is 55. It's like a 55 to 1 shot or a 60 to 1 shot. You kidding me? I could have bet sports.
That's why I said $30.
Also, stick on the channel. You get great sports betting picks are coming. They've been limited so far to Twitter, but they're coming to YouTube, just like the almost daily stock pick videos that I do. I do them generally every day that the stock market is open. I was on spring break this week, so I took a week off. But generally, most days, Monday through Friday, you'll see those videos air 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So get your stock picks, your sports betting picks, your lottery, your cuisine, all of it, your unbox, your hot sauce, everything. Baseball cards, wrestling.
Your producer is the best. The time cues.
Yeah. Why? How
The
far are
time
we
cue
in?
specialist. 44 minutes.
Oh, wow. We're going to get out in under 50 minutes, like you said.
No, I said
She
45.
wanted it under 45. We did one of them in like 59. She's like, you got to be under 45 or 50. So
I said
and
45.
right now she's like, wrap it up. When, by the way, just so you know, and it was this way throughout my entire wrestling career too, which is why I do very limited and select work. When you tell me that it's 45 minutes that I have, I hear 50. So you should know as a director, when you say 45, I hear 50.
Well, guess what? I like all of those action movies, and at 50 minutes, this is going to shut off.
No.
Yes, it will.
It's not Zoom.
No, but I can stop it.
47.52. 17.45. 56.49. 28.16. 23.46. It's a dumb game. 11.35. I like cash. Isn't it crazy?
You spent $30 on that ticket. I didn't buy that ticket. You bought that ticket, so maybe read the
But I
fine
was
print
high
before you
on
buy.
life.
Well,
Just having worked Micro Wrestling All-Stars and catching COVID
Go.
from one of those fine little fellers.
Go.
I can't listen. And honestly, before like YouTube shuts it down, I can't guarantee and confirm that it was a little person that gave me COVID. But I worked the show on Thursday night, and I started.
You have
showing
4.5
symptoms, and by
minutes.
Sunday morning, I
You have
was
4.5 minutes till it stops.
12:29. I'll break news on one of these. I don't think that might be the first time I really publicly came out and said that I had COVID. Yeah.
3 minutes.
Everyone's had COVID. Some people have had it twice. And brought back moon rocks. 24.38. It's not funny. This whole ticket is not funny, honestly. If we're being honest with each other, it's 32.53. We'll QC this garbage before we put it in the trash bin, but 41.31. Isn't that close enough, though? 41.31?
Not close.
Isn't 31 the new 41?
It's not a match.
Or whatever?
It's not a match.
44.18. Garbage. 3 more lines. 4, 5, 6 out of 20. 27.19. What about... Oh, no symbols. Multipliers. What about a multiplier? We don't even have one multiplier yet. Or a match. It's dumb. For $30? 51.48. That's not close enough? Isn't 51 just 48 with inflation? All right. Don't look at me like that, by the way. 37.1. All right, we have 3 lines left. Dumb. It's a dumb game. And the one before this was dumb, too. And it has nothing to do with the money. It's just, as a game, they're just dumb. 42.39. Close. Dumb. Horseshoes. Hand grenades. 59.43. And then finally, in row 3, yawn. Surprise. Final score, 26-21. And just like any good football game, it ends not in a tie, not in a match. This was, honestly, if it wasn't a $30, if it was a 3, I would, for effect, rip it up right now. But because it's for charity, we are going to QC it. We're going to QC Pinball Wizard. But what it looks like is, from $45 spent, 30, 10... Don't laugh. It's not. It's my life. From 30, 10, and 5, it looks like on the El Cheapo ticket, the $5 ticket, the one with the words, it looks like it's come back for $5. So it looks like we have a $5 return. And we always say we give proceeds to charity. And you know what? In this case, because I don't need no stinking part of $5, because if I needed a stinking part of $5, then why would I spend $45 4 months ago and it sits in a house and we don't do it? Anyway,
Okay,
long
time
story short,
to say goodbye.
Give me one last minute. Tell me on Facebook. Tell me in the comments to this video here.
If this was a waste of your time.
Then imagine for you, right? Okay, touche. So, I get it. If it wasn't right, I get it. I'll tell you what, don't ever watch again. No, watch. You have to watch. I'll make it quicker next time. It's $5. I'm not going to keep any part of it, not 1 cent. $5 is going to a cause/causes. Comment here, or go to my Facebook if that's where you found out about this, or on Twitter, I am Stud Muffin Says. On Instagram, I am Quintessential Stud Muffin. Or buy a Cameo at cameo.com for just $50 until it goes to $60 next week. And in your instructions to me there, however it is that you can get a hold of me, even the bat phone, let me know what we should do with this $5, where it could go. Let me also know if you are willing to contribute towards match all or part of the $5 as well. We will make it happen, and hopefully we will build the $5 to $45 or beyond, and we will help as many people as much as we can. Thank you for watching. Are we done under 50 minutes?
49:42.
So that means we have 15 seconds to say goodbye?
No, goodbye.
Goodbye.